सम्मति दे भगवान ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरे नाम सबको सम्मति दे भगवान रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम. So today is 13th of April. So in Agra, when 50,000 people walked all the way from Gwalior to Agra, we came to an agreement with Government of India, and this agreement is called 10-point agreement with the Government of India on land reforms. So 11th October to 11th April, so the 6 months deadline is over. So on 13th and 14th, 14th being Ambedkar Jayanti, 13th and 14th, about 5,000 people from all over the country are assembling here. In fact, on the 14th, another 5,000 people will come from Dalit organizations to support this movement. So about 10,000 people are going to be in Jantar Mandir roughly today and tomorrow. So this morning, we have come to Rajghat, Gandhi Samadhi, to pay respect to Mahatma Gandhi, because much of what we are doing is basically based on Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy. So solving the problems of this country non-violently is our commitment. So every time when we have an action, we come to Mahatma Gandhi's Samadhi, the place where he is resting. Then we take inspiration for our action, because we want to mobilize people to solve problems. At the same time, we want to keep the path of non-violence. So that is why we are coming back to Mahatma Gandhi's place. And his philosophy of remembering the last person in the society is also very important for us. So after the prayer, about 3,000 people are going to march to Jantar Mandir, that is very close to Parliament, and they are going to sit there today and tomorrow, asking various political parties to explain their position in relation to land reforms. Each party will have to come and say what are they planning to do in terms of giving land to the landless, protecting the land of farmers through their manifesto, through their action in the coming years. So we expect people from various parts of the country to come. We expect various social movements to participate in this program. We also expect some representative from the government to come and explain how they are planning to speed up the process of land reforms in this country. So this is a very important period, crucial period. On one side, this is the end of 6 months after signing the agreement, and this is also a period from now onwards, the nation is going to face an election, the general election. So the new government will be formed. So all the political parties will have to now speak about their position in relation to various issues, including land reforms. So we are here today to show our respect to Mahatma Gandhi, and the coming 2 days are going to be very active in terms of dialogue by large number of people on the issue of poverty and land reforms. After Jan Satyagraha and after signing the agreement in Agra, there was some very interesting progress. I mean, I cannot say the government didn't do anything. In fact, they have drafted a national land reforms policy yet to find its final shape. They have drafted a legislation for shelter land yet to find its final shape. And the government of India has sent advisories to various governments asking them to implement what they can implement within the legal framework of today. So the government of India proactively advised every state government to act in terms of land reforms, addressing land reforms. And they also have sent information to various state governments about increasing the cost of construction of shelter for the poor, setting up paralegal bodies at the block level to deal with land problems. So Government of India and Rural Development Ministry has done substantially well in terms of sending message to the state governments, telling them that we are very serious about land reforms and each state should take proactive position in terms of giving land to landless people. Now there are three crucial issues on which government will have to act. One, the national land reforms policy should become final, and this is a kind of a guideline for land reforms action. The legislation on shelter land should get a final shape through the parliament, and then creating the land pool for redistribution, there should be an act around that. So if these three areas are addressed, I will say the government of India will be doing substantially well, very well, in terms of addressing land reforms, because we know land being a state subject, the role of central government is limited. But within the limited framework, within the constitutional framework, they can always take position and ask state government to act in improving the position and giving more land to the poor people. Because in a country where globalization is moving very fast, there is a tendency to take land for corporate houses and infrastructural development. So this is basically tilting that process and saying, okay, while we take land for infrastructural development and corporate houses, we will also take land, we will also find land for the landless and poor who are depending on land for making a living. So I think Government of India has shown some interest, and if they can show full interest, I think the land issue can be addressed properly.